So let's start. Last week, as always, I've been working on thresher test, and the failures fall into two categories. One is auto response, and another is we messed up the recovery state tracking, because sometimes we are trying to pull, sometimes we to do the push, but sometimes we're doing the both. And apart from it, I added a feature to dump the symbolize the backtrace. Before that, we have the addresses in the dump, which is implemented in the SeaStor. But we really wanted to have the symbolized version, where we have the function names, for example. We don't need to use the address to line afterwards. And this PI is pending on review. Hopefully, I could upstream it when it's materialized enough. Apart from it, I also bump up the SeaStor submodule to the latest upstream head in hope to drop our own fork, because our own fork had a fix to address the an older version, a failed to build from source due to an older version of GNU TLS, which is already included the latest upstream master. That's it. Chunmei.
Hi, Kefu. No much progress last week. Just still in the debugging on map tree code currently.
Okay. Thank you. And Ronan.
Hi. Is the microphone working okay?
I think so. Apart from some background noise, but generally it's okay.
Nice. The background noise appearing on the, I don't know what it is. Okay. I got rather comments for the draft changes to grabbing. I'm working on fixing these comments and completing the work, and then creating a formal PR. That's it.
Thank you. Sam?
I am wiring up, or I have the code written for including enough metadata in the journal right upstream so that we can identify the extent, logical addresses and types from a sequential scan of a segment. So that gives us enough. That plus the code in the branch you're reviewing is enough basically to do GC. I just need to add the additional wiring. That's it.
Thank you. Xuehan.
Last week, I helped Kifu fix some bugs during the crash test, and I'm now working on the interruptible future wrapper. I'm pasting it in the chat window, and that's all for me.
So it's still working in progress, or it's ready for reviewing?
Oh no, it's still work in progress.
Okay, thank you. But it's basically working, right? Workable, I mean.
It's not finished, but as far as I can see, there's no problem with running it.
Okay, thank you. We'll look at it.
Okay.
Okay. Ken may mention that the Yixin cannot make today's stand-up. It has some network glitch. Probably we could wait for 1 more minute for him.
By the way, if anybody is interested in this, I had to upgrade from the BlueJeans app from version 1 to version 2. There was a forced upgrade, and version 2 wouldn't work on Fedora 32. BlueJeans support had a better version which works. So let it be known to anybody. But there is a version that works on the Fedora 32.
Ronan, I can barely hear you. Your question was, which version works better, Fedora 33 or Fedora 32?
Well, I will try. 1 second, I switch microphones. 1 second.
Okay. By the way, Sam, regarding to my my PR, how about keep subscribing for the latest OSD map until the current OSD is marked up, or have been trying too many times? How about that?
No, I don't think there's any reason to stop. Well, what else would
Okay.
the OSD do? I mean, it's not like subscribing triggers a new mod map, so that's basically or a new OSD map, so that part's free. But if it's not getting a new one, then it ought to be sending another up message. That shouldn't be necessary either. Or maybe it is. I don't know. You'll have to check the original classic OSD code. But you see what I'm getting at, right? If the OSD is waiting to be marked up and it's not being marked up, then there's something wrong. It should never be the case that it never happens. So it's either that we didn't trigger it to happen or it hasn't happened yet. There's no third option.
Okay. I did check the implementation in the classic OSD. It tried to subscribe for the latest OSD map in the tick method. So
in the tick method.
In periodically.
Oh,
yes.
So tick happens every second then.
Yes, every 5 seconds, if I remember.
Right, but that means it does keep trying. It does it every 5 seconds.
Yes.
So if that's what's going on here, then we're fine. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that was in a different area. My mistake.
But yes, my understanding that it does this in two ways. One is in the tick, another is in the reboot, because when the
I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying even in Crimson as well, there's a tick method that also resubscribes, so that's why you don't need to double up. We're already gonna do it the next time tick runs.
Yes.
I get it.
I think
now.
the tick
Okay.
is a better way. I agree. It's a clear.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll update the PR to use a tick to add a new timer also. Probably.
Well, wait a minute. Well, we should already have a tick method.
We have a dedicated timer for different purposes, but we don't have a general purpose tick.
Well, okay. May wish to take one of those and make it the general purpose low frequency OSD tick, just because it's easier to find stuff. When you're looking at logs, it's nice that all the stuff that happens about every 5 seconds all shows up at the same time. If it's all wherever in the log, I find it. I would guess that would be a little tougher to debug. It's not that you can't have other timers. It's just that there's a lot of stuff that it doesn't need to happen very often, and the exact frequency doesn't really matter. And grouping it all together is nice for understanding purposes.
Yes, as long as we don't need to define grand control regarding to the
Yeah. For anything with fine grained control, you don't do this. You do something else. But there are a number of things that are just every so often you have to check.
Yes. Okay. I'll update the PR to address the comment. Ronan, did you manage to fix your headset?
You tell me.
Also, for the record, you could just say we'll address this in a separate PR and address it in a separate PR if you want. I was just asking for my own notification of that PR. That's up to you.
Okay.
It's fine with me if you want to do it in 2 pieces.
Two comments. One, what I said earlier is that if you have a problem with the BlueJeans application on Fedora 32 like I had, the BlueJeans have a beta version which works correctly. They solved some issues with for Fedora 32, and BlueJeans support has it. That's one thing. The other is that there is a student that is working in intern that is working on compressing OSD communication, and she had the problems with Crimson communication compilation. I will forward her email to you in a minute. Anybody can help there, let me know.
I recall there is already an PR to add the support for on-wire compression. Is that it?
I don't know. I just got it last night, and I didn't invest time in it, and just I will forward, because I wasn't sure I know the answer offhand. I'll forward it to you, and then I'll start looking at the details.
Okay. I wonder if they're the same thing.
Probably related, from what I'm reading. But anyway, I just forward it in a minute.
Okay. Yinxin just mentioned he's rebooting his computer. He will update.
Hey, Kefu, Yinxin has already tried to reboot the machine, but still doesn't work. He thinks something wrong with his proxy. So he can update with you offline.
Okay. I guess I will urge him to update the Etherpad as well. Anything else?
Nothing from me.
No? Okay. Talk later and have a good one. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.